is October the 22nd, 2021, and we welcome you, Jake's Bounty. Hey, I'm in the garage. Let's do it. Funky Friday. Thank you very much for tuning to Jake's Bounty. I'm your host, Jake Hernandez. It is another Friday, a Funky Friday. Forgot my cans, but I'll get them later. Let's go ahead and thank the music today is provided by Faith No More with From Out of Nowhere and from their 1989 album, The Real Thing. All right. Oh, also want to go ahead and thank Random Hearts right here. Harrison Ford, he looks like Liam Neeson on this front cover, but it's Harrison Ford, Kristen Scott Thomas. She was in The Horse Whisperer. She was the woman, not the horse. And you can go ahead and get this at Ray's Video, $1, 7-day rental, all right? Also, get Creative Thinking Journal over here at Jake's Bounty, just when you type in the word creativity, all right? I can't even say it. Let's go ahead right now and get into the news. There is some news worldwide. Some world news. Remains at Myakkayawachi Creek Environmental Park in North Point, Florida, confirmed by FBI as Brian Laundrie's remains. This comes days after articles and remains were found at the park, and now FBI has confirmed it with DNA and dental records that this is Brian Laundrie's remains. All right. Alec Baldwin fatally shoots woman with a prop gun on the set of his new movie entitled Rust. Investigation remains open. Also, another person was hurt on the set, also due to the prop firearm, but he was just injured. Investigation remains open, and Baldwin is cooperating with police investigation. He said, "There are no words to convey my shock and sadness regarding the tragic incident." All right. Very, very sad. It's not the first time that has happened. Prop gun, I think, had discharged live ammunition. Was it live ammunition? But Brandon Lee happened to him. And then back in the early to mid 80s, was it E.G. Daly's boyfriend? I can't remember his name, but he was in a TV show for a little bit. And they had a prop gun on the set, and he was fooling around with it. It had blanks in it. And he put it up to his head, and he didn't think it'd kill himself, and it did. Crazy stuff. You can go check that out. But right now, I want to tell you the next story. One person employee of Winco in Fresno County at the Peach and Lane Avenue location was shot. That's right. She will be, well, she says she's in critical condition. We hope she's going to be okay. Two people robbed a store in the southeast location at 3:30 a.m. They stole beer, and then they started shooting in the parking lot and hit one employee. They believe it's to be a gray SUV or a light brown SUV. Which is it, guys? Come on, brown and gray are two different colors. And they also could be driving in a Chevy Tahoe. All right, they're also looking at security footage to ID the two suspects. All right, SkyWest airline system was down yesterday and restored now, but still hundreds of canceled flights are nationwide, not just the ones in Fresno Air Terminal. There are 700 nationwide that were canceled. Those were canceled because SkyWest is the biggest airline out there. It represents Delta, Alaska, and United Airlines. So they're trying to get it back to normal as possible, as much as they can today. All right. 15-year-old was shot while taking out trash in Fresno County. This is in central Fresno, 8th Avenue and Floridora Avenue. Can't even take out trash. There's my new excuse right there. You can tell it to your girlfriend or your wife or your mother. I can't take out the trash. I might get shot. And it's the truth. 3 people approached this young man while he was taking out the trash. They pulled out guns, each of them. He started to run away, and then he was hit by a bullet in the leg, but he is supposed to recover, all right? Can't even take up the trash day. What the world is coming to, all right? Let's go ahead and get to some creative thinking right here, creative thinking journal right here by Pilgrim Soul. Let's see if I can find something that I haven't filled out yet, and you guys can do it. All right, fill in the blanks. Thought bubbles to make this dinner with friends seem more honest. All right, so right here, you can see that. You can come up with some creativity story about how this meal doesn't look so good, or why this person is cutting up that person's food, or just whatever you want to put in that conversation for the food one. Then the next one says, fill in the bubbles, thought bubbles to make this family party seem more honest. This family party seem more honest. Look at the guy in the Speedo, okay? Nobody wants to be next to that guy. Crazy stuff. Any more like that? Let's see. Fill in the bubble, thought bubbles to make this office party more honest. Office party more honest right there, so you can kind of just be creative in all those kind of type of situations. There's puzzles, there's coloring, a whole bunch of other stuff you can do. In the Creative Thinking Journal by Pilgrim Soul right here, all right? I want to go ahead and tell you about some funk. That's right, it's Funky Fridays. So we're going to tell you about a band today called Lakeside. I don't know if you guys have heard of them, but I'm sure you've heard of their hit song entitled Fantastic Voyage. It goes slide, slide, slippity slide. Forget about your troubles in your 9 to 5 and just sail on. You just sail on. Something like that, you know. Come along and ride on a fantastic voyage, you know. And you've most likely heard Coolio sample it back in '94. I think he had a similar song. Maybe I'm mistaken, put in the comments below. But anyway, we're going to talk about Lakeside today. The band that was formed in, where else but Dayton, Ohio. A bunch of bands, funk bands came from there, including the Ohio Players. I think the Barcades, I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong. But just many funk bands. I have to go there just to see what's so great about that place, huh? And they were known as Stephen Shockley and the Nomads in the very beginning in 1971. They started out in, like I said, Dayton, Ohio, but they did the tri-state area, which is Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky. In 1971, they had new members, including Thomas Shelby and Shirley Wood. And then they were called no longer the Nomads, but they were called the Ohio Lakeside Express. That same year, they were talked to Kurt Tom Records, which their executive Eddie, hold on, let me see if I'm saying this right. Eddie Lamar, who had a record label with Curtis Mayfield, but nothing ever happened with that. The next year, Shirley Wood would leave the band and Ricky Abernathy would replace her. They added another vocalist, Otis Stokes, and a new percussionist, Fred Lewis, in 1972 as well. Nick Griffey in 1975 heard the band and wanted to sign them. He was a promoter and manager of such acts as Stevie Wonder and others. Then in 1976, they ended up getting signed to ABC Dunhill subsidiary company entitled Spectolite Productions. In 1977, they released their debut LP, which featured the single If I Didn't Have You. Also, they performed on Soul Train. And at this time, in 1978, they moved to the next record label entitled Solar Records. This is where Dick Gregory came back. This was a new record label, and he wanted them to be on it. So Solar Records now had Lakeside on there, all right, as well as the Whispers and the Silvers and other bands, all right. And in 1978, they released their next album titled Shot of Love with their first real hit entitled All the Way Live. It's All the Way Live, okay? So maybe you've heard that one. It went all the way to number 4 on the R&B charts. And then their next album titled Rough Riders didn't do as well, all right? But their next album, Fantastic Voyage, the title track, did very well. Went to number 1 R&B, and went number 55 in the pop charts. Ended up going gold first and then platinum. All right, very, very big hit for them. They would continue to tour and make albums, and they'd have hits into the late 80s, including songs such as Raid, Outrageous, and their last hit, Bullseye, in 1987. Their most recent appearance was at the Rose Music Center in Huber Heights, where they raised $109,000 on September 19th for survivors of Memorial Day tornado. Also featured at that same performance was the Ohio Players and many other bands as well. You can go check out the band personnel. There's too many people to list who are now current band members as well as previous band members. So you guys can go do your own research. You know, that's what it's all about. You got to do some. I got to do some research. We compare, and that's good. All right. And now, also, I want to let you know about. I was gonna say tomorrow's show. We don't have a tomorrow show. We have a show on Monday, and it will be Music Mondays. We'll have This Day Back in Music. But before we do that, I want to show you what I found in my little excursion today. It's titled Wild Hemp Water Soluble CBD, 25 milligrams. So each one of these right here has 25 milligrams of CBD in them. I think anyway, yeah, there's still some in there. And I think these are still good. I don't know why they would go bad. Doesn't have a date or anything on them. It says there's 50 of them, but I don't think there's 50 anymore. Go ahead and I'll put 99 cents for one of them. And if you want to get the whole lot, I'll make each of them 50 cents. So I'll probably make it like, I don't know, 10 bucks. Who knows? But go ahead and look these up at Jake's Bounty. The CBD Wild Hemp Water Soluble little packets, 25 milligrams. Let's go look at my cans. All right, hold on one sec as I go get them. Right now, I have some more Faith No More. Here, and these cans are here. I'll take them out for you. We got Venom and Sprite, C4, Coors Light, and an Arrowhead water bottle. Yeah. All right, I'll see you guys Monday. This is Jake's Bounty. You guys be good to yourselves and be good to each other. Also, I want to let you know, thank you from the sponsors, Random Hearts and Joseph S. Stein. And go ahead and ring that bell, leave a like, and as always, please subscribe at Fornicate Yourself Records Production 2021.